like not even good at that part. So she makes these horrible things and then has her son taste them. And she's kind of infamous now. I would look her up.
And I think probably because his viewers pointed him to it, Uncle Roger did a review of Kay's fried rice. So now that I see her picture, he's done a review of her horrible fried rice.
It was truly terrible. She puts the burger on like 9, like immediately, like every single time. She's injured in most of the videos, like burning herself, or it's pretty crazy.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Uncle Roger also did one with Gordon Ramsay's fried rice, and that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Chili Jen. He adds MSG to everything. If your children are bad, then just add MSG to it.
The flavor enhancer.
It's awesome. I love that stuff. I don't care. I think it's great.
It is.
It's called Axe. Yeah, it's that big bottle called Axe with this accent on it. That stuff's great. It'll make anything better.
Like Bender's pure flavor.
Yep.
There's nothing in here but water and a little LSD.
And then anytime Uncle Roger makes a dirty joke, he plays the Pornhub chime theme.
Nice.
This is that tape. The wizard's cape for the evil ranger.
I don't know if D&D today might be interrupted by another spaceship explosion, but I don't think we're going to get a test launch today.
Yeah, well, what cracked me up? I was laughing. What was it last week when NASA's had that critical fail on their test, and the immediate news article was, that came out. NASA's test fails. There won't be a launch for Mars in 2021. And I'm like, okay, well, one, that's why they do tests, is to make sure that there isn't, some uber fuck up when they do an actual real launch. And two, they weren't going to launch anything to fucking Mars in 2021 anyways, so do you guys even fucking science? It's like, do you even read the press releases that NASA gives you? Do you know what test means?
Yeah.
You technically can't fail a test.
Even science t-shirt.
Yes. You technically can't fail a test fire. The test fire is to make sure that it fires properly. If it doesn't fire properly, it's not a fail. It's to say that you have more work to do.
I was watching the last Starship SN8 launch with my buddy in Texas who lives close to Boca Chica.
Mm-hmm.
And he was all excited that everything will go perfectly and this is so hopeful and it's got the new flaps and it's going to do all these things. And I said, I still want to see a stupid explosion. And so it launched beautifully and it did the flop and I still explosion. And I was all set about 5 seconds away from being disappointed, and then my dream was fulfilled. Blew up on the landing pad, returned.
I'm still a little bit baffled that there is going to be, or I mean, not that they haven't been talking about it for ages, but there's going to be a Virgin space plane, and I'm like, what the fuck does a record label from the 80s have the balls getting into the space race for? I mean, are you trying to put, Prince's ashes in orbit? I don't understand.
It's all about that money.
Yeah.
Like the Seagull, the first concert from the National Space Station.
Right. I mean, when I think Virgin, I think of they had mall stores selling audio cassettes in, the mid 80s. You could go to, Clackamas Town Center and go to the Virgin store.
I missed that.
Yeah, I kind of do too. I mean, I don't miss audio cassettes or CDs, but
Completely free.
I do kind of miss going to the mall.
I mean, you rewind the clock
Yeah.
from the early 1910s and 1920s that made money on oil and land, and they're all in everything else now.
Yes,
They started making money on one thing, and now they're doing it with everything.
yeah. I just look at this and I'm like, what the fuck does a record label and t-shirt store, why are they launching a space plane? This has to end dramatically bad, it'd be it'd be like,
There's interviews with the CEO of that company, and he's just a crazy person. So that's pretty much what happened there.
right, yeah,
He loves to do television stuff.
he looks like some crazy European that has way too much money and has just lost control of their faculties.
Yeah.
Every time he talks, I wonder if maybe he's wearing a diaper, and I don't mean like, an adult diaper. I mean like he paid money to have Huggies make him a really big infant diaper.
I'm gonna wonder that now too every time I see him.
Yeah, because he's just a lunatic. I mean, I kind of had the same thing with Ancient Aliens, Giorgio Tsoukalos. I'm like, okay, what is a low-rated bodybuilder who owns a series of gymnasiums in Sweden? What credentials does he have to talk about Ancient Aliens? I mean, not really that you need a whole lot of credentials to talk about Ancient Aliens. I mean, it doesn't require any scientific background, but I mean, it could possibly help. It couldn't hurt.
It helped his credibility a little bit.
But maybe,
Like one class.
yeah, just a little bit. But whatever, crazy knows no boundaries. So, welcome to Curse of Strahd. We're picking right up where we left off last week. Before we get started, we have a couple of not sponsors, but friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. The first being TNC, and if you scroll down in your Twitch stream, you'll see some tiles there. Those will lead you directly to their pages. If you don't see the tiles, go ahead and just click on my profile picture, and they should pop up. TNC stands for Talon Claw, and they make absolutely gorgeous wooden DM screens and dice vaults. And they are now getting into making gaming tables, and they have a full line of class-themed wooden drink coasters. They have some really fantastic products. They are having a flash sale this weekend, 10% off their entire site. So if you want to treat yourself, now's the time. Next on our list, we have the Speechless Bard. She makes beautiful leather products, covers for your core rule books, and she has dice trays and dice mats and a full line of leather dice bracelets. Just absolutely fabulous work. All of it is handmade and hand painted, hand stitched. She does just incredible work. So definitely check her out. And last on the list, we have Fable Beard Company. Fable Beard Company makes beard products, beard balms, oils, butters, beard wash, the whole 9 yards. And each of their scent profiles is a different fantasy character. I'm still working my way through my holiday scent stash. I'm wearing Jack Frost right now, which has the scent of pine, cedar, and a peppermint chill at the end. It is quite nice. So yeah, if you have a beard or know somebody who has a beard, definitely think of that and check them out. They have excellent products. Where we left off, the party was making their way through the lower level vaults of the Amber Temple, trying to see if they wanted to swap out any of their the dark gifts that they have received from the dark powers. You can only have one at a time, but you can swap them for another one. Brian, make a perception check.
19.
Make a perception check.
Ah. I want to not
That was a 2.
Aww.
Well, I mean, 2 plus whatever modifier, but still.
So what'd you get?
5.
A 5. That is enough. In fact, that is exactly the DC. You are standing outside of this vault. You see that there is on this wall here, you see a shadow that is moving, but you don't see anything in the hallway. And this shadow appears to be rather large and winged, and you see it move down the hall, and then it disappears, like whatever was casting the shadow seems to have disappeared into this room here.
Huh. I see shadows, y'all.
All the time.
You're just crazy. It's okay.
It's not the drugs this time, I swear. Something just moved down this hallway. And it was a shadowy, flying, moving thingy.
So, for Brian, I don't remember if you guys took any of the dark gifts in this room or this room. Do you guys remember if you did?
I don't think so.
So, for Brian's benefit,
No, you're not.
in the northernmost vault, there is these are the dark gifts. So each one of these amber colored blocks is a amber sarcophagus, and in these sarcophagi are the vestiges of a dark power. And when you touch these, the dark power will commune with you, tell you who it is, and will give you it will offer you a dark gift. So in the northernmost room, let's see here, the northern sarcophagus was destroyed, and it looks like whatever was in there broke free, which can be ominous, since they do have the name of quote-unquote the dark power. But the west sarcophagus contains the vestige of Delban, the Star of Ice and Hate. Delban's gift is the power to unleash deadly cold. It allows the beneficiary to cast Cone of Cold spell as an action. After it has been used 7 times, the dark gift vanishes. Until it vanishes, the beneficiary also gains the benefits of a Ring of Warmth. You gain the flaw Fire Terrifies Me. The eastern sarcophagus contains the vestige of Karad, the Star of Secrets. Karad's gift is the power of divination. This gift allows its beneficiary to cast the scrying spell as an action. After it has been used 3 times, the gift vanishes. The beneficiary's voice becomes a low whisper, and its smile becomes cruel and evil. In this room, or this vault, that vault is 33E.
Dangerous things to ask.
The northern sarcophagus contains the vestige of Yurga, the Eye of Shadows. Yurga's power is the power of true seeing. This gift grants the beneficiary the benefits of true sight out to a range of 60 feet. These benefits last for 30 days, after which the dark gift vanishes. The eyes of the beneficiary become starry voids until the dark gift vanishes. The beneficiary of this dark gift also gains the following flaw: I believe that all life is pointless and look forward to death when it finally comes. The western sarcophagus contains the visage the vestige of Great Tar Hawk, the five-headed destroyer. Tar Hawk's gift is the Great Strength. This gift grants the beneficiary the benefit of a belt of fire giant strength. This benefit lasts for 10 days, after which the dark gift vanishes. Beneficiary of this gift gains the flaw, I like to bully others and make them feel weak and inferior. And the southern sarcophagus is the vestige of Yogg the Invincible. Yogg's gift is one of physical resilience. This dark gift increases beneficiary's hit point maximum by 30. This benefit only lasts for 10 days, after which the dark gift vanishes. Oily black fur then covers the beneficiary's face and body. So that's the
Wait, so
gift.
the black fur happens while I have it, or the black fur happens after I have it?
Yeah, while you have it, yeah.
Oh. So I'm just ugly while I have it, and then I come back to less ugly, but also weaker.
Right. Well, technically, it doesn't say that the oily black fur ever leaves.
Huh.
Oh, damn. I stay ugly. And I'm not strong anymore.
Yeah, you only get it for 10 days. Some of these gifts, I mean, they're beneficial, but seeing as how they're not permanent, I don't know. Those would be one, if it were me, in my opinion, those would be ones that I would not bother with. Although, I mean, 10 days is probably a long time. I don't know that you guys, in game time, I don't know that you'll be in Barovia for another 10 days. I mean,
Well, we will want to know there has been many options along the way.
yeah, there's been several options. I'm just picking up where we left off. So yeah, Brian lets you guys know that something casting a shadow seemed to move into this door. And then, of course, at the end of the hall is another vault door. And also for Brian, you guys are with the party, kind of giving you a tour and opening these vaults for you, is a lich. What was his name? Exathanter. Exathanter the Lich, who is the self-proclaimed guardian of the temple. He is an interesting, very old fellow. Not much as far as liches go. He's far more skeleton. There's not a whole lot left sticking to those bones. And he was a wizard who came to a neutral evil wizard who came to the temple to find knowledge. He found the way. There was a vestige that granted him the ability to be turned into a lich. There's also a dark power in here that will turn you into a vampire. That's the pact that Strahd made. And rather than the original purpose of the temple was a group of good wizards who locked away this knowledge to protect it and keep it out of the hands of those who would do evil. They ended up succumbing to their own lore and turned on each other. And when Exathanter came and conquered, he took the skulls of those dead wizards and turned them into flame skulls. And his thing is, yeah, I'm going to be the guardian of the temple, but I'm going to open the doors and freely share this with anybody who wants to come in. So he's leading you around the temple and just going, okay, here's a password to open the vault. You guys can take whatever you want.
He just wants to see the world burn too.
Yeah, kinda. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna. I think everybody, information should be free. You know, hack the planet.
Open market on deadly powers.
Yes.
Everything must go.
Yeah. Wholesale destruction on sale today.
So if somebody,
Good.
if somebody got to the trees, in the hall, would they be able to perceive that? Is that what True Sight does?
So True Sight will allow you to see. So a True Sight out to 60 feet will allow you to see anybody who's invisible. It will allow you, I believe, to see through magical darkness.
Does it see hidden doors? I think that was a thing. I could be wrong.
It might. If the door is magically hidden, then yes. It will also allow you to see through illusions. So let's say that you, for instance, let's say that you were to meet something like a Rakshasa, you would see through whatever illusionary form that they have taken and see them for their true selves.
I was just thinking about the shadow being cast down the hall. If anybody is interested in taking true sight, maybe we can know what it is. But I'm happy. My power is I can use spider climb, but I grew like a creepy third eyeball, just in case anybody missed it. Last week I grew a creepy blind eyeball on my forehead. So,
Yes. So,
Something
yeah,
nice.
also for Brian's edification, Helga gained a control amulet, and they found a shield guardian that now follows her around. And they fought a death slod, and Maisel successfully had the death slod cast the sleep spell, and the death slod fell asleep, and she was able to pry the control gem out of its skull. So she has a death slod minion that has to do what she says because she has the gem out of its head.
Impressive.
yeah, we're getting pretty badass because of this place. Also very damaged, so I don't know.
I mean, shadow down the hall sounds pretty cool, but I think we're down most of our spells and other abilities.
Yeah, I think I'm hurting a little bit, aren't I?
Keep looking.
Yeah, Exithanter is with you, so if you want to take a long rest, you can. Nothing in here is going to attack you while he's with you.
Sweet. He's the best.
I'm definitely in need of a rest.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yep.
Okay, so you can regain all of your hit points and spell slots.
Sweet.
You said one of those things was like the benefit was strength or something, but I wish for death or something?
Yeah, let's see here. It's true sight. Yeah, you would gain the benefits of a belt of fire giant strength for 10 days. And the flaw for that one is I like to bully others and make them feel weak and inferior.
I feel like that shouldn't go with my alignment of lawful good.
Well,
You'd be surprised.
Righteous enough. That's always a thing that you could do.
The one I took, Brian, I gained bone wings for flying, but I have to eat bones every day. Or grave.
This grave does taste chalky.
And mine's permanent.
Oh, damn.
And I have 3 regenerations like the doctor, except for all my cheeks fell out. Which means I'm very popular. I have a very popular social life.
Yeah. So, yeah, if Maisel dies, she'll reincarnate as another race.
I can only think of the grandma from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. He's like, come here and give me a cat.
Isn't there a Vitamix in this multiverse that you can make food?
Steak smoothies.
Well, now that's going to be the Slaug's job, is to pulverize everything.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's good.
It's going to be Baby Bird style because I have no teeth.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be okay with that.
Holy crap.
If you guys think that you're the only game group that I have that's silly, Friday night's game, they just adopted a miniature giant space hamster, so.
What?
And they named, it's a boy, but they named it Princess Yum Yum.
Give that thing some pink armor and ride it into battle.
Right.
So
Go for the eyes,
long
boo.
rest, everyone gets their spells back.
Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of like that whole intimidating thing. Even if it is. But not from
I don't see that.
So yeah, if you want to take the strength, let's see here. That.
What is the benefit of the strength again?
So it. Let's see. It would, for 10 days, your strength would become 25.
Holy shit.
Holy crap. Yeah, that's really good. Wow.
I'm
So,
intimidated of myself.
so that would mean, and literally that's putting your strength off the charts.
Yeah, like that's what, like +7?
It is, +7.
Oh.
Holy crap. Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
Do it. Become a freak like that.
Become free.
Good job. Swords.
And the only con is that I just walk around and being intimidating and mean to everybody?
Yeah,
I don't remember what that class was.
Done.
okay.
Alright. Welcome.
Maybe
Don't-
just-
Don't blame me for my eyeball though, okay?
One of us! Woo-goo, God, woo-goo.
That's right.
Yeah, don't be the only normie.
Okay, so my question, you said 10 days. Now, we've been doing a lot of resting. Does that count against about 10 days?
Yeah, well, we'll say that it'll last for 10 days. Once you leave the Amber Temple, that's when the clock starts ticking.
Alright.
Now. Holy crap. Hey guys, how's it feel to be weak?
Oh,
We're going to pump you up.
My Christmas now 22. How does it feel to be ugly?
wow, this has done wonders for our teamwork.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Does anybody need anything from the library or to learn any spells or anything? Or I can't think of anything else that we need from here.
Well, we could go investigate the shadow now that we're all fully rested and ready to fight.
Well, I want to give the lich his object thing back, the thing that can destroy him that we have. I forgot what it's called. Like right as we leave. Yeah, give that back like right as we leave. Like, here, sorry, something like this way.
I could give him back his box. I have his box.
Because I like him. I want him to stick around. He's cool.
Cool lich.
Blacker.
Yeah, he's like a neat part of the universe. So,
I'll give it back to him.
yeah,
Thank you for his help.
yeah, he's the best, dude. He's probably my favorite character so far, after Fiddleway.
Sorry, I'm full of rust. I'll take it.
Exanther is like, I didn't even realize that you had taken my phylactery. Oh, that would have enraged me greatly, and I would have had to kill you all, but I can see you're good folk, and you're nice for giving it back to me. Thank you.
Yeah, I just found it along the way. Thought you might want it back.
Well, honestly, I forgot where I had stashed it.
Next
Sure
time.
forgot who he was.
Yeah, when they first met him, he has been alive for so long that he forgot all of his spells, his name, who he was, what he was doing. And so they had to cast a greater restoration on him in order to restore his faculties.
So where to now, guys?
I think we're supposed to go back to the vampire hunters. They told us to go to the Amber Temple as a precondition of fighting Strahd, and yeah, I believe that's where we're supposed to go back to now. We can be like, hey, let's be willing.
Are we gonna figure out what the shadow thing is, or are we just gonna move on?
Feel free to. I mean, if you're curious.
Yeah, let's go see what the shadow is.
Okay.
Fight.
Did anybody see where it went?
Alright, good. No shadow?
That right there. That's where it is. Right, you are. You shouldn't be.
So you open the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I still have the delusion of being strong, so still are you. So, yeah. Okay, let's investigate.
So you open the door to this room, and it appears that it had one time been a bedchamber, and it's littered with broken furnishings. Scattered about the room are the remains of a bed, a wardrobe, 2 trunks, 3 tall candlesticks, a desk, a bookshelf, and several chairs. Torn up books, old quill pens, and tattered clothes are strewn about. It looks like somebody had come in here and had a tantrum. Hanging on the back wall is the skull of an adult dragon.
Oh, cool.
How big is it?
Who opened the door?
Not me.
I will.
Pepperell, make a nature check.
Make a what?
Make a nature check.
I should really turn it into a helmet, like if it's the right size.
It's a big helmet.
Even at a -1, I made an 18.
You can determine that this is the skull of an adult silver dragon.
Can't Basil cast like diminish or something to make things shrink? They can have a cool helmet. Also, it would cover up my hideous eyeball. So.
I tell them what I realized that a silver dragon did isn't worth money.
To a collector it may be, yeah.
I don't know anything about silver dragons. Is there something special about it compared to other dragons?
So silver dragons.
That's a good dragon.
It is a good dragon. Go to my tab for dragons. You know that silver dragons are lawful good. They are known for occasionally taking the form of humanoid races and living amongst people in cities and whatnot, trying to, back their causes for good. But like all dragons, of course, a silver dragon would still be covetous of their hoard and whatnot. But this is the first draconic presence that you've seen in Barovia, and this is unfortunately just a skull.
Is it silver? Gold?
No, it's bone, but you can tell. I mean, all of the dragons have a certain shape to their head.
That maybe is a silver dragon. The silver penetrated their bones, and we can make weapons from it.
Nah. But yes, it could be worth quite a bit of money to a collector.
We have so much stuff, and only so much can fit in the bag of holding.
Oh,
Bit on its head?
pretty light, being just bone. It would fit. You could get it to fit in the bag of holding.
Oh, cool.
I mean, you might have to take the lower jaw off, but.
Let's do that.
Okay. You now have a silver dragon skull.
Alright, we'll find more bones and then put it together and try marrying that.
When you take the silver dragon skull off the wall, in the jaw, a spell scroll of Wall of Fire falls out of the skull's mouth.
Ooh, nice.
Want it.
What is
Who can cast Arcane?
you? Oh, that's right. I forgot. There are only 2 rooms left.
I think it's just.
This one and this one.
Laura.
Doesn't it just
Let's go look.
that's well, those are Arcane.
In that room,
Even if the door refuses to open, I won't take no for an answer.
That's right.
furnishings made of ancient, colorless wood have collapsed under their own weight and now lie covered in cobwebs and dust. That's all that's in here.
Yeah. And
I
there's
demand there
the
be more in the room.
Exithanter goes up to the final vault. 33F. He stands before the door and says Thangob, and the door opens. The room has amber glazed walls, a floor of grayish marble with black veins, and 3 amber sarcophagi stand in the alcoves, west, south, and east.
Let's see what they got.
Yeah. I'm shopping for powers.
Shopping for dark powers. Do you have something in, I don't know, lawful evil? The western sarcophagus contains the vestige of Norganus, the Finger of Oblivion. Norganus' gift is the power to turn life into undeath. This dark gift allows its beneficiary to cast Finger of Death as an action. After it has been used 3 times, the dark gift vanishes. When it vanishes, the beneficiary must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or drop to 0 hit points. This dark gift turns the beneficiary's blood pitch black and viscid like tar.
I just want the side effect.
Yeah, the side effects are... Side effects may include hairy palms, dark black viscous blood, diarrhea, constipation,
Anal leakage.
anal leakage,
That's right.
excessive hair growth, baldness.
Now, if Mason gets pink eye, which eye gets pink?
Chris,
Yes.
you said that we can exchange powers if we find a new one, but
Yeah.
those with the gift that persist on, do you still keep that, like the black blood, even if you take a different power?
No.
You gotta commit.
Yeah, the flaws are tied to whatever power you currently possess.
Because I was thinking like, oh, I could take this one to get the black blood negative, then go back and get my wings, so I have wings and I still bleed black blood.
Fly over everything, cutting your wrist. I'm a cutter, I'm a cutter.
Down the tracks, not across.
Right. The south sarcophagus contains the vestige of Vond the Evasive. Vond's dark power, or his dark gift, grants the beneficiary the benefits of an amulet of proof against destruction or detection and location, and a ring of evasion. These benefits last for 10 days, after which the dark gift vanishes. The beneficiary of this dark gift becomes twitchy and nervous and gains the flaw, I can't give a straight answer to any question put to me.
So
Can
the
I
answer
just
must
say-
be
Other carry to have that in his absence, so that when he returns, he's stuck with it.
Yes, I agree. That is excellent. Write that down.
Unless someone else wants it, I think that'd be hilarious for him to be stuck with it.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. You push him and he touches the sarcophagus.
Yes, I hold him to it.
So right now, I have this image that Pepperell is carrying around a Carrie Mraz mannequin type thing, and he just lifts up one arm and puts it on the sarcophagus. There you go, buddy.
Wearing it like a cake, and I just put his hand on it.
The E-sarcophagus contains the vestige of Syriac, the Hellhound Whisperer. Syriac's gift is the power to summon and control hellhounds. As an action, the beneficiary of this dark gift can summon and control 2 hellhounds. Both hounds appear at the same time. The beneficiary can summon hounds only once, and the dark gift vanishes when they die. The beneficiary gains the ability to speak and understand Infernal if he or she doesn't already know the language. Sulfurous smoke issues from the beneficiary's pores whenever he or she speaks Infernal.
Alright.
smell like rotten eggs.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
but you get puppies.
But only once. That's a high. Like, you better do that at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that probably what you're fighting blood kind of thing?
Yeah. I mean, hellhounds are pretty sturdy, but
Can we ask Exosander what the shadow was that we saw? Do we know?
he tells you that that skull used to reside in Castle Ravenloft. Strahd, when he came to Barovia, there was a group of knights, the Order of the Silver Dragon, that were led by, it is rumored, that was led by a silver dragon named Argynvost.
Did he look like this?
Ultimately, Argynvost and his knights were defeated, and Strahd took the skull as a trophy. Unbeknownst to him, the leader of the Order of the Silver Dragon, what was his name? Vladimir Horngard, and all of his knights rose from the dead as revenants, and they have taken up the cause to destroy Strahd in revenge for the deaths of their loved ones and fellow knights, as well as Argynvost. It is some who say that the spirit of Argynvost still roams the lands of Barovia.
Oh, so is that the shadow? That's the one? Like I
Sounds like we need to run this shit. Get them running.
Yeah, these might be good allies.
If you are seeking the knights, you should go to the bottom of Mount Caucasus. There is a trail that leads to Argynvostholt, the Order's mansion.
Cool.
Cool.
That sounds like
Wow, that's really good information.
that sounds like our next goal, at least as far as big goals.
Let's do it. That sounds cool.
So,
There's objection.
since that was the last room, are you guys ready to leave the Amber Temple?
Only after I give Exosander a hug.
Oh, hug me gently. There's not much left of me.
Don't do that.
I will give him an awkward smile. Real creepy awkward smile.
He tries to give you an awkward smile back, but he doesn't have any lips, so.
You pitiful little bone thing.
He's like a nice grandpa or something.
Grandpa's itchy.
Helga, make a charisma check.
The charisma. I got 6. That's not very good.
Exathanter says,
I thought about it.
if you were seeking the aid of the Order of the Silver Dragon, you might seek out the Revenant, Sir Gillum. Sir Gillum had a special relationship with Vladimir Horngard.
Right. Thank you, Expander. You take care.
Grandpa Rochi.
Bye. Yeah, he's the best.
So,
Seems cutie.
you
Treatment.
you guys leave the Amber Temple and make your way down the mountain back through Solenka Pass. And the road is just as windy and narrow as it was coming up, but as you make your way down, you get down through the ever-present mists and fog, and you actually are in a raging snowstorm. But at a certain point, you break down through the cloud layer, and the snowfall becomes rather gentle, and the winds die down once you're through the cloud layer. And
Even the snow was afraid of me.
I'm going to bully the snow. And you can see a fairly clear image of the valley below, and you can see in the distance exactly what Exathanter was describing. You can see what he described it as a mansion, but from what you're seeing, it looks like a fairy tale castle sitting on a low crag at the base of Mount Gaucus. You also see to the, I guess that would be the east, that. You also see, here, hold on a second, let me look at my large Barovia map. Yeah, you also see that to the southeast of that, what appears to be a lowland swamp.
Ew.
And this fairy tale-like castle, almost like it overlooks this swamp.
Is there anything to investigate or perceive about swamp? So can anybody make a roll that would give us some information?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
We're going through a swampy area?
No, not yet.
Ooh, I rolled it at 20.
Wait, where are we at?
You're still just below Solenka Pass. You're up on the mountains, and you're seeing this as you're coming down the mountainside. On your nat 20, you can see that the swamp. It's hard to tell from this distance, but it looks like there may be ruins in the swamp.
Can I fly up and take a look from 40 foot up?
That's exactly what I was
If you
saying.
fly 40 feet up, you won't be able to see anything because you'll be through the cloud layer.
Dang.
You're already up. It would be like if you're on a cliff on the side of Mount Hood looking down towards Sandy.
So let's head on down to Sandy Swamp.
Going to know what that means.
Let's try and get to this castle. That sounds cool.
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
I hope my flies can make friends with swamp flies.
Had to wait for my interwebs to catch up here.
While we're going down, I'm going to instruct my squad not to run away into the swamp or eat pepper in his life.
Anybody else think it's strange that the dragon statue faces the door? I don't. It turned around in fear of me.
Look at how weak it is.
Fear me, statue! Fear me!
Mike and Pepperell. Okay. High above the river valley, just a quiet promontory upon which looms a sepulchral mansion, its turrets capped with fairy tale cones, its towers lined with sculpted battlements. A third of the structure has collapsed, as has part of the roof, but the rest appears intact. A dark octagonal tower rises above the surrounding architecture. Out of the fog comes a distant peal of thunder, quickly accompanied by the howling of wolves in the woods below. But the house stands silent, seeming like the fossilized remains of some long-dead thing smote upon the mountainside. As you approach, perched atop a 10-foot wide, 10-foot high cube of granite is a moss-covered statue of a dragon, its wings tucked close to its body. The statue looks east towards the mansion.
Hello, housekeeping.
We have an 11 o'clock check-in.
Is this the
So
Airbnb
can we
that I
tell, like, yeah, can we tell if this is the same dragon as the skull that we took? Does it look similar?
It does indeed look similar.
Oh, probably in the right places then, so that's good.
Carius the Third, make an Arcana check.
That's gonna be an 8.
Well, you don't perceive anything.
Hold on.
I make a survival check to see if there's recent tracks or footprints or animal activity, anything like that.
Good. Yeah.
Wow. That's not a great roll, but that's what it is. 11.
You see a number of wolf prints around the area, which isn't really that unusual, being Barovia. But you also detect some other prints in the looser dirt that are rather peculiar. It appears that something heavy has stepped down, but it doesn't leave like a paw print. It's just like some kind of rounded like club-like appendage has stepped into the softer sand or dirt.
Curiouser.
Chris.
Yes.
How many use, what is that stupid ability? Magical guidance. Use a spell point to re-roll a skill check.
Okay, you could do that. Do you have detect magic?
Not as a spell.
Okay. Does anybody have detect magic?
That's going to be a 20.
Maisel does.
An Arcana check.
Nice.
So with your Arcana check, you can determine that there is something strange about this statue.
I do have detect magic. I would like to cast it.
Or Maisel, whichever one of you wants to expend a spell slot.
So yeah, my squad has detect magic and a passive perception of 18.
So Maisel, with your detect magic, you can see that the statue radiates a faint aura of evocation magic. That mixed with Carius III's Arcana check, you can determine that at one time this statue contained a magical trap that would breathe a cone of cold, but that the magic has, over the many years that it has been here, has dissipated and no longer functions.
So that's why it faces the stairway instead of the courtyard. Shall we enter?
Yeah, let's go on in.
So we're just walking in like we own the place?
Yeah, you can do that.
Well, yeah.
That works.
So.
Flagstone steps flanked by stone railings climb to a landing in front of a pair of tall wooden doors with rusted iron bands and knockers shaped like small dragons. Carved into the lintel above the entrance is the word Argynvostholt.
What does that mean? Anything know?
So
That was the name of the Silver Knights.
Argynvost was the name of the silver dragon, Holt being Germanic for home.
So there's probably some serious treasure in here. A knife, or there was. Yeah, it could be pillage. True. But if it
So, when you
pillage it.
when you step on this landing in front of the doors, you hear a creaking behind you, and when you turn and look, you see that the dragon statue's mouth has opened, and it goes, oh, and expels a very weak blast, a 60-foot blast of mildly cool air.
Well, that was refreshing.
Thank you. I needed to blow my hair.
That will pose dramatically in the crisp, cool breeze.
Your nipples stand out.
You're excited.
From Pepperell's breastplate, you hear tink tink. So, are you guys just gonna push open the doors, or are you gonna knock?
Both at the
I
same
guess I'll knock.
Okay. You knock.
Okay. I'll do one.
You're just going in, or are you knocking?
I'm knocking.
Okay. You grab one of the dragon-shaped knockers, and you can hear gong, gong, gong on the doors. You guys wait for probably 5 minutes. Nothing happens.
All right, let's open the doors and go in. And I was just trying to be funny.
Hey, all you dead people, we're coming in. So you open the doors and you guys walk in. This room feels like a king's tomb. A grand staircase leads up the stone balconies held aloft by stone pillars and arches. A tall, faded tapestry depicting a nobleman in silver armor hangs from an iron rod above the staircase landing. 6 sets of double doors lead from the foyer. Along with the walls, displayed on marble pedestals, are 3 alabaster busts of handsome men. A 4th bust and its pedestal has been knocked over, and the shattered remains lie strewn about the mosaic floor. 2 chandeliers of wrought iron hang from the ceiling like monstrous black spiders. You can see that the tapestry is torn in several places and is actually worthless. Let's see here. Move middle in here. So yeah, here's where the tapestry hangs from the ceiling. And these are the stairs that go upstairs to the 2nd level, and there are doors leading out of here. So where would you like to go?
Left.
Always go left. So you want to check out these doors up here?
Sure.
So these here are the busts.
That's right. That's what I learned. You could do.
Always go left. I'm trying to remember the name of that show, but with the rather unintelligent kid, and he said they give him a bag of money and send him to Mexico. And they said, yeah, when you get off the train, you just head west and you'll be able to get to where you need to deliver this bag of money. And so the kid, not being very bright, he's like, west? So I know exactly which direction west is because I had a map on my wall. West is always left. And so the kid almost dies because he just gets off the train and goes left and like ends up in the middle of the desert.
I just learned to go left from Call of Cthulhu. If you have a choice, it's usually the better option. I don't know why, but it seems like most of the adventures are written that way, so they stick left when I don't know.
Yeah, in Call of Cthulhu, I play a World War I veteran who is now a police detective, and my option is to just point a sawed-off shotgun at anything that moves and fire. So it's usually not very it's not very effective, but you know. So you open this door, and this wood-paneled den has been ransacked, its furnishings tossed about. A cold, dark hearth dominates the west wall between 2 narrow windows. Standing upright against the north wall is a sarcophagus made of black wood with a queen's effigy carved into its lid.
Always did the sarcophagi.
And this is the sarcophagus.
Well, should we take a look? I mean, we've been
Sure.
messing with those all day.
Yeah, all week we've been doing nothing but opening sarcophagi, so you know, why not? So you open this sarcophagus and see that it has been converted into a wine cabinet. Only shattered wine glasses and decanters are to be found on the shelves. The other furnishings are rotted divans, broken chairs, overturned ottomans, and smashed oil lamps. Pepperell, since you blundered in, make a perception check.
Yay. 16.
That is pretty good. You find a secret door right here.
Cool. Let's go secret.
Open it up.
I imply that all secret doors are telling you no, so I go get it.
That's right.
As the rest of you step into the room, a fire erupts in the dead hearth and assumes a draconic form. It hisses, crackles, and unfurls its smoky wings.
Wait, where?
Right in
Right
here. A fiery shape of a dragon appears.
Does anybody speak Draconic? Probably not.
I have telepathy if the dragon will respond.
Right.
Carries and Mike.
So what are you going to say?
Sweet.
In Draconic?
Yes, speak Draconic and Infernal.
Earl Grey, hot.
Wow. You're gonna like that a lot.
The dragon, the fiery dragon's face curls up into a like a snarling figure, and the fiery dragon hisses as it addresses you. My knights have fallen into darkness. Save them if you can. Show them the light they have lost. With that, the fire burns out.
Oh,
Cool.
side quest.
So,
Yeah, I want to recruit those types of guys. That sounds really good to me. I'd love some help.
Cool.
Taking down the Alright,
So
open the,
you open the secret door. 5 barrels lie in wooden braces along the walls of this dark, moldy storage room. Hold on here. Pepperell and Helga, what are your passive perceptions?
13 for Pep.
well,
So you both see him because, as far as being a scout goes, he sucks. On here, let me find. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Here we go. Gigantic drow falling from the sky.
Oh shit.
It's okay, he's little now.
It's a damn powerful ring of resizing.
On here.
I was thinking about that right before the game started. Very dull. And
You see, Pepperell and Helga, you see, hiding behind the barrels, you see a wounded dusk elf, appears to be dressed as like a ranger or scout of some kind. He is very badly wounded. He's bleeding all over the place.
do you have the stink of evil on him or not?
No, he does not.
Okay, I'll lay my hands on it and give them like 10
Okay.
points. Does that stop the bleeding?
Yes. So he only had 1 hit point left, and you come over and you're like, "Hey, dude," you touch him, and he says, "Oh, thank you. My name is Savid. I came here from the Vistani camp. I was searching the woods for the missing Vistani girl named Arabelle, and there was a wandering mob of needle blights that accosted me. I've been hiding it here ever since."
Was it the blights that wounded him, or something in the castle?
No, it was the blights. Like I said, as far as being a Dusk Elf scout, he is not that great. Needle blights, like, put him down. He again thanks you, and he says, did you come here willingly?"
Yeah, we're trying to revive the knight to defeat Strahd.
He, being thankful, he tells you a little bit of information about this place. He says, Argynvost was a silver dragon that liked to assume human forms. And he tells you that the busts out in the main hall, these out here, were actually different forms that Argynvost would take. He says, in human guise, the noble dragon led a group of knights called the Order of the Silver Dragon. They gave shelter to refugees. Excuse me. They gave shelter to refugees who had come to the valley to escape Strahd's army. Strahd's soldiers slew the dragon, destroyed the order, and sacked the mansion. The Vistani and Vistani and Dusk Elves avoid this place usually, believing that the dragon's ghost still haunts it.
Good to know. Thank you. You should probably go back home and reconsider your career, I suppose.
Yes. Before you go out and do anything, you're going to want to get a couple more levels under your belt. Pepperell, you discover that the barrels in here, the wine evaporated long ago, but emblazoned on the barrel sides are the names of the winery, the Wizard of Wines, and the name of the wine was Champagne de la Stampe.
Alas, I cannot drink any of it.
Well, unless you like bubbly vinegar, although it probably went flat, so, ugh. Oh my god. So, last night I made myself a bottle of peach-flavored sparkling water. And I drank most of it, but there was still a little bit left in there, and I capped it and I put it back in the refrigerator. And this morning, I was like, I'm thirsty. So I opened it up, and I pulled it out, and I can tell you that flat peach seltzer water is disgusting. It's like, I was like, no, I need to make a fresh bottle. With that, we'll be right back, because I drink gallons of water and I must use the restroom.
Okay, I'll be right back to you.
Okay. So, he thanks you profusely and tells you that he will be on his way and that he's going to make his way back to the Dusk Elf camp. And so he opens these doors and he goes home. Where would you guys like to go from here? So in the room with the sarcophagus wine cabinet, there is another set of double doors that leads to the north.
Sure, we'll just go eliminate room by room.
Okay. Maisel, where would you like to go? Are you going north, or are you just hanging back? Okay. So I take Maisel, you're opening this.
I was muted. I got a little distracted. I'm looking for an apartment. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem.
I have to find a place to live. Okay. Yes, I would like to peek in here.
Okay, so those doors are open, and
Like about there. Sorry about that.
no problem. A 20-foot long table with sculpted dragons for legs stands in the center of this hall. The chairs that surround the table have backs carved to resemble folded dragon wings, and several of the chairs have been overturned or smashed to pieces. Suspended above the table is a crystal chandelier that glows with a soft white light. Standing in windowed alcoves are two life-size statues depicting knights with dragon-winged helms and shields. Rainwater trickles through cracks in the ceiling, flowing down the west wall and adding to a large puddle on the floor. 5 sets of wooden doors lead to this hall. The doors in the northeast corner hang open. A pair of leaded glass doors, their panes cracked and broken, stand open between panels of stained glass set into the east wall. These panels depict silver dragons in flight. Beyond the glass doors lies a dark, misty room that appears to be a chapel.
Ooh, let's go to chapel.
Yeah, I feel like the chapel is where it's at. So when you say that the chandelier is glowing soft white, I mean, does it look lit?
Yeah, it is glowing. It's a crystal chandelier that is glowing a soft white light.
Okay.
And this is the chapel.
Go to the chapel.
Okay. Which way was the chapel? I'm sorry.
To the east.
Oh, okay. To the east. Yeah, I'd like to go in there. If there's nothing suspicious in the room I'm standing in, then I'd like to move on to the chapel.
So you want to open those doors as well.
Yes.
This kitchen has been plundered, its tables overturned. The floor is littered with rusted utensils and smashed crockery. Narrow windows flanking a hearth look out over a cemetery. An open iron pot hangs from a hook inside the blackened fireplace. It rattles on its hook and bobs up and down as though something is inside of it. So you're over here. And there is in this fireplace, there is a pot, and it is bobbing back and forth as though something is inside the pot moving around.
Ooh. Okay. So we think we're looking for what for dinner?
You want to look inside the pot?
Yeah, I hope so.
I want the Strahd to look inside.
The Strahd looks inside the pot.
But he can't eat or chill what's inside.
I better tell him that really quick. How's the
shooting ugly? There was nothing in the pot. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Have the Strahd make a charisma check.
Oh, that's not going to go well. Let me see. I have to pull up what its modifiers are. Look at charisma. I have to check it. Let's see. Oh, that's not too bad. Sorry, I'm still figuring out how to do this.
No problem.
I'm gonna go animals. Where are they dice? Rolling analog. 19.
Wow, that's pretty good. So the Strahd looks over the iron cooking pot, and bursting out of the pot is a regular ordinary bat that flies out and starts flying around the room trying to find a way out. And the Strahd is, at first you can tell that this death Strahd is clearly startled by what has flown out of this pot, but then quickly regains his cool, and it turns and looks at Maisel and says, "It's just a bat, mistress."
Let's see. And so nothing, like, this isn't a vampire, there's nothing magical about the bat?
No, it's just a bat.
Okay, then there's time to eat it if you want to.
The Strahd spends a minute trying to catch this bat and gives up and just is like, "Eh."
Well, they look like dogs, so I thought maybe they have like a shootout time that we can catch it.
No,
No.
they only look like humanoid toads.
Oh, okay. I was hoping. Rabbit. Okay.
If he really wants it, I can zap it out of the air for him.
Well, so could he, but is just not that big of a deal.
It's that. Okay.
So did you want to investigate the chapel?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go this way.
Okay.
Chapel time. Confess your sins to me.
We can always give the Strahd errands like get that guy's fake leg or get that guy's eye. I really need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really need it.
I was thinking it'd be handy to dispose of bodies with.
Yep.
Like,
Kind of like feeding them to pigs, except it's a death Strahd.
yeah, exactly.
Cracked wooden pillars support a wooden U-shaped balcony that overhangs the stone-walled chapel. Narrow archways lead to spiral staircases that curl up to the balcony, and a door set into the north wall has a wooden beam barring it. At the east end of the chapel rests a stone altar flanked by iron candelabras. The altar is carved with the rising sun bas-relief. Tall arching windows set with panels of stained glass decorate the walls behind the altar. One of the windows has been shattered, covering the chapel floor with shards of colored glass and allowing thick fog to enter and fill the room. Through the fog, you see 3 armored figures kneeling before the altar. Hold on here. Yeah, this'll do.
Who wants to approach it? I guess. Anyone?
So, that's big.
Yeah, they're not that big.
Okay. That's scary.
They're giant figures. One here.
I'll go touch it.
Mike said he'll touch it too.
Maybe we should bust out the skull and put it on the altar.
Can I use my knowledge masonry to figure out if there's anything unique about the stone structure?
Your masonry shows that it's well over 500 years old, probably closer to 2,000 years old.
Any levers or anything that my masonry would know, like just something would move in this thing or anything?
You what now?
Would I be able to like determine if like there's something unique about it besides its age?
Make a religion check.
Oh, darn. Of course you could ask me to do that. Religion. I'll fight. Hello. 21.
So you can determine that this is clearly a chapel to the Morning Lord. Helga, you also recognize that this is a chapel to the Morning Lord, who you suspect the Morning Lord. There's two gods that are well known in Barovia. There's the Morning Lord and Mother Night. The Morning Lord, Helga has determined, appears to be ancient, an ancient version of Lathander, possibly. I can't remember his name. There's another god of the sun, but Helga, being a Lathander devotee herself, recognizes that the Morning Lord's holy symbols and whatnot seem to be an ancient version of worship for Lathander.
And the dragons that are so little light, so maybe like Sunsword or the Ravenloft symbol, maybe the light of that or something.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The figure of the dragon told us to find his knights and show them the light. And I have the symbol of Raventide, and Pepperell has a Sunsword, so maybe light is one of those who do something in this situation.
Well, so these three revenants, and especially Mike, are you sure that you want to move to where you're at?
Well, I think it's moving, so.
I thought you were gonna touch the thing. If not, I can move you back.
So the reason that I ask is that you kind of moved before I was done here. These revenants, they are being revenants. They are still blinded by their hatred, and they are wearing tattered chainmail and carrying swords. They draw their swords and are going to attack. So everybody roll initiative.
16.
Oh, let's see here. Pepperell, you got a 15?
I got 19.
On here. Maisel got a 9. Okay. Helga's a 19. Brian's a 16.
Mike got a 16.
Okay.
The third got 11.
Okay. Wow, the Revenants got a 20.
Wow.
This Revenant's gonna go over here. This Revenant's gonna go over here. Yep, and this Revenant's gonna go over here. So they are going to attack Helga, Maisel, and Mike.
Alright.
Hold on here.
So, Chris, can I have an Can I instruct my squad to stay between me and the bad guys?
You could, yes.
Okay, so I'm doing that. A nice giant toad-like shield.
Okay. So, your Strahd is giving you, because of his size, he's giving you a +2 bonus to your armor class.
Woohoo!
The Strahd that's going to attack Mike will make 2 longsword attacks. And that's not going to work. An 11 is not going to do it. And neither is a 14.
I laughed in his general direction.
Yeah.
On Maisel, a 13's not going to do it. But a nat 20 gets past your Strahd and hits you.
Okay.
13 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And that's it, because they have not sworn vengeance against you. And 2 attacks on Helga. 22 to hit. For 14 points of slashing damage. And a 9 misses.
How does the Shield Guardian factor into combat? This is the first.
So, your Shield Guardian, you could technically do the same thing.
No.
Yeah, so the Shield Guardian, as a reaction, can use Shield to grant you a +2 bonus to your armor class. So if a +2 to your armor class, what does that make your AC?
21, so the first attack.
So it's still hit.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if you don't want to use its reaction this round, you don't have to, since it would have hit anyways.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right, so that was the Revenants. Helga, what would you like to do?
I'll go ahead and bring that down. I may. Does 15 hit?
It does.
Okay. Got 7 damage and then 10 radiant.
So, how much was the initial damage?
7.
Okay. And then 10 radiant. Okay.
Yeah.
That definitely gets his attention. Your next attack.
It's 15, so I'll roll it.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, got 4 damage. Three radiant.
Okay. Did you want to throw a divine smite on top of that?
Let me see. Yeah, I'll do that. Let me.
You can actually throw a divine smite on both of those if you'd like.
How much rolling am I doing?
So, first level spell slot would be an additional 3d8 damage per hit.
Okay, so I roll. Wow, 68? Really?
Yeah, if you hit twice. if you wanted to, since you would still have the bonus action, did you want to throw a smite spell onto one of those hits?
Yeah.
I don't want to use it more than once. I think I'm good. That was a lot of damage.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you basically hit him for a third of his hit points. All right. Mike, what would you like to do?
Show this guy what it's like to really attack something.
You call that an attack?
19 to hit.
Yes.
For 19 damage.
Okay. Your next attack.
Soft 20 to hit.
Mm-hmm. Well, gets
For
him.
30 damage.
Okay. Anything with a bonus action?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay. Brian, who's still outside the doors, are you gonna go in and bully them, or?
Listen, Michael's still outside. Nothing to bully out here.
There's no nerds out here. I'm gonna go in and give this Revenant a wedgie.
Boy, I would like to enter the room.
Stick his head in the holy water and flush.
I'm trying to talk Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Would like to enter the room. Does one of them look like it's doing worse off than the other, or better off than the other?
Yeah, Helga's she whacked him pretty good.
Okay, well, Helga doesn't need help then. Wait, I'm a bully, so I will probably go for the weakest one up.
That's true. From a role-playing standpoint, that is true.
Alrighty, I'm going for the weak one then.
Okay. We can move you right up here. Well, here's good, so we can at least see who's who. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Alrighty. I'm gonna assume the 22 hits.
Yes.
Okay. No. Dice, where did you move to? That's not it, that's not it. Aha! 11.
Okay. Your next attack.
14.
Yes, that hits.
Oh, sweet. And we have it. 8.
Okay. Okay. Anything with a bonus action?
Oh yeah, I get a bonus action as an attack. That's right.
You can, yes.
Alright.
Yeah, you're not using a shield, right? You're two-weapon fighting, right? Yeah.
2 weapon fight. Alright. Math. 18.
That hits.
And 8.
Okay. Yeah, he is looking worse off than the rest, but he's still up. Pepperell, what would you like to do?
I'll go hit the weak one, I suppose.
Okay.
You can't out-bully me.
I won't take no for an answer from that bowling Revenant. I'll Sun Sword him first.
Yes.
3 hits. To take bonus damage from radiance or just normal?
Just normal. But Radiance does have a special effect that you'll find out next round.
So he takes 18 from that.
Okay.
Bonus, I'll go ahead and hit him with my whip because I don't know if a whip will hurt him or not.
Okay. Yes, that hits.
It's a silvered whip.
No,
One whole point.
no particular a need for the silver, but you do one more point of damage.
And then I will 1, 2, 3, 4. I will finish and move back to here.
Okay. All right. Curious the third. What would you like to do?
Does he attack me when I leave his range?
He was engaged. His last action was to be engaged with Helga.
Okay.
And you didn't move through his space, so. Well, you attacked him, so he would be engaged with you. Yeah, I guess he does get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
17 to hit.
Rolling counterattack. 18, I deflect die 8 of his damage.
Okay, so he does 16 points of slashing damage.
Okay, my temporary. And then how do we do the grapple bit? I roll 2 more times, or does he have to attack 3 times for the grapple to trigger?
Nope, you can do 2 more times.
Okay. So that beat him, and the third time, Revenant grapple.
He is grappled, and he is moved with you to here.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Curious the third. What would you like to do?
So at this point, they've all gotten pretty messed up a little bit, right?
Well, yeah, these two have taken some hits. They're not too badly off. This guy is really banged up.
I want to look at the one in the center, and I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on him, and like, you guys are sad, you're going to die a sad death.
Okay. So he gets a wisdom save?
Correct.
Okay. Nope, he only got a 7. But, hold on. He has resistance to psychic damage, so he would only take half damage.
Alright, let me roll that up, but you'd also still get the disadvantage on his on his attacks until my turn.
Why does he have disadvantage?
That part of the Vicious Mockery.
Oh, right. So how much psychic?
It's gonna be 4 psychic. So 2.
2 points of psychic damage, and he is at disadvantage for having been mocked.
That's the main reason I did it. You will die a sad death, little man.
I'm trying to find one here for Vicious Mockery. I guess that works. He is at disadvantage. Okay. Is there anything you want to do with a bonus action?
Mom, no. How tall is the ceiling in here?
The ceiling in here. That's a good question. It doesn't say, but I would imagine it's pretty tall because above this, these dotted lines, there is a balcony up here.
I will go to this corner and fly upward just to take a look to see what's up there.
Okay. Let me take a look, and I will tell you.
See if there's going to be something dropping down on our heads.
So, up here. So the floor of the balcony appears to be rotted through, but you don't see anything else up there. There are the 2 chapel staircases. Narrow windows allow dim light to enter these 5-foot wide spiral staircases. Balcony area 24. The wooden balcony overhangs the mansion's chapel. An exquisitely carved wooden throne rests at the west end between 2 doors. The narrow archways lead to spiral staircases going up and down. Hanging from the high ceiling is an iron chandelier with candle holders shaped like tiny silver dragons. That's all that's up there.
Interesting. Well, that would be my movement to fly up there and just kind of peek around.
Okay. Maisel, what would you like to do? You're muted.
I had a question.
Uh-huh.
Can this Strahd take my damage for me since he's in front of me, or no?
No, I think it just is going to increase your AC, but let me double check.
Okay. he's got 170 hit points that increase by 10 when he's damaged. So if I could use him instead, that'd be awesome. But that's okay. No problem.
Yeah, he regenerates 10 hit points per turn.
Right.
No, he can't take your damage. He basically is going to act like a pet.
Okay.
But he does
attack.
So he would attack on your initiative, but after your actions. So what would Maisel herself do?
Maisel herself would like to, hit the guy right in front of me.
Okay. Go ahead and
Her rapier.
go for it. Make your attacks.
Nice.
So that's 20.
Yes. Is that a nat 20? No.
No,
Soft.
not 20. I have 5 piercing.
Okay. You got another attack?
Yes, and I'm just going to do that again.
Okay. Hits.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
And anything with your bonus action?
For my bonus action, I will give Brian Bardic Inspiration,
Okay.
which can be used for combat at this point.
I just have this image in my head, the bard. Stab, stab. Hold on, let me pull out my fiddle.
Okay. So, then the Strahd going to attack.
Okay.
First, the bite, which is 24 to hit,
Yes.
and that's 9 piercing, 7 necrotic.
Okay.
And then, since he doesn't have a sword yet, we'll use claws,
Okay.
which is 15 to hit,
Yes.
10 slashing, and 7 necrotic.
Okay.
Is he still up?
He's still up.
Alright, and then one more time because we get 2 attacks with claws. And then again, 15 to hit,
Yes.
and 10 slashing, 7 necrotic.
Okay. He is still up. All right. So, on the Revenant's turns, this Revenant and this Revenant regenerate 10 hit points. But not this Revenant, because he took radiant damage. So, this Revenant, he
Authentically.
Yes. He looks at Pepperell, and Pepperell, you need to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
I make all wisdoms with advantage. And screw them both up.
All right. You are paralyzed until this Revenant deals damage to you. Or until the end of the Revenant's next turn. When the paralysis ends, you are frightened of the Revenant for 1 minute. The frightened target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns with disadvantage if it can see the Revenant, ending the frightened condition on itself on a success. So you are considered incapacitated, and thus the grapple ends.
So the belt is incapacitated by that as well?
If you're incapacitated, your magical items no longer function.
Okay. Well, he used up his action. Unfortunately, I lost mine too.
So and I had something for this. You are, well, this works. You are incapacitated. Little net icon.
What made him go incapacitated?
Vengeful glare.
He gave it a stink eye.
the overly dramatic hamster or overly dramatic squirrel from South Park. It just turns and looks at you. The Revenant on Maisel is going to make 2 attacks. $18 to hit. Does that hit? Okay. For 15 points of slashing damage. And the second attack, 24 to hit. For 10 points of slashing damage. And on Mike, 16 probably misses.
That misses.
And a 12 misses. Can't have all the Revenants winning all the time. Helga, what would you like to do?
I'd like to attack the nearest Revenant.
Okay, so you could move forward 10 feet and attack the one that just scared or just paralyzed Pepperell, or you could make basically a 5-foot wrap around the pillar and attack the one on Maisel. Your choice. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Before I do that, Maisel, you may not have taken that damage. Let me re-roll those attacks. You took one of them. Yeah. So yes, you actually did take the damage. Sorry, I forgot to roll with disadvantage, but you still got hit. So Helga, are you going to whack on the Revenant that's attacking Maisel? Is that your plan?
I want to hit the one that attacked Pepperell, actually, because he's paralyzed now.
Okay.
It's really spooky. And
Okay.
with my shield guardian, they attack actually, right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Let me roll my attacks. 16 to hit.
Yes.
7 slashing.
I'll get back. I'm getting excited while my turn slots anyway.
Okay.
and 6 radiant,
Okay.
and then I get another 10, yeah.
Yes.
That's 10 to hit. I doubt that is.
Nope, that is a miss.
And then I rolled for my shield guardian.
Yes.
Also. 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, let's see here. 2d6 plus 4 damage, so 11. Oh, yeah, so that's 6 altogether. I don't know why I had to roll 1 twice.
Does the shield guardian only get 1 attack? Or
I
2?
don't know, actually.
It should say under its actions. Let's see here.
Multi-attack. Oh, 2 fist attack.
Yeah, so it can make another
Right,
attack.
Yeah. 18 to hit.
Yes.
9. 7 damage.
Okay. It is still up.
Okay.
Mike.
Does the shield guardian look like a giant rock'em sock'em robot?
Yeah, basically, it looks like a statue of a knight that's made out of metal and wood.
No, it's a rock'em sock'em robot.
Yep.
Mike is going to attack this guy and laugh at him.
Okay.
30 to hit
Yes.
for 10 points of damage.
Okay.
21 to hit
Yes.
for 19 damage.
Okay. And he soaks up that damage. Brian.
I would like to continue on with the hitting of the thing that is weakened.
Okay. Give him the atomic wedgie.
Indeed.
Man, a tattered chainmail wedgie's gotta really suck.
Why are you doing this to me?
Talk about chafing. Jesus.
Alrighty. I will make my first attack as a menacing attack and expend one of my superiority dice.